Good morning, everyone, and happy International Women's Day. I'm thrilled to be with you today for our Women United annual meeting. Here to join me and welcoming you all is our new CEO of the local United Way, Eric Harrison. Eric has had a robust career in United Way Network in the nonprofit sector, most recently serving as the president of the CEO of United Way in Ventura County in California. Prior to that, he served in several positions at local United Ways, starting as a fundraiser campaign intern at the Greater Twin Cities United Way in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We are thrilled to have you, Eric, and thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Julia. Appreciate it. And good morning to all of you. And again, happy International Women's Day. It's great to be with you. Women United is actually part of a larger global network. And I know Erica is going to be sharing the impact both nationally that Women United groups have, as well as internationally. And I can just tell you, I first started with Women United, I think in 2004, when it was formerly known as the Women's Leadership Council. So about 17 years of different iterations of the Women United group. So just really glad to be here and give you some of my experience with the Women United group that we had in California. We actually focused on single mothers who were the head of households, because we realized that 60% of the families struggling below the poverty line in our community were actually single mothers. And we looked at doing scholarships for helping them with advancing their educations from a community college associate's degree to a bachelor's. So really looking forward to hearing more about this group and what you've been focused on in terms of financial stability and how important that work is. But just really thankful to be here this morning, and have a great meeting.
Great. Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Eric, so much for that welcome. Julia, thank you for your welcome as always. Eric, it's great to have you on with us. And it's nice to hear, I know that women's leadership as well, the old name, which now we're Women United. So really nice to hear the history that you have, and really look forward to learning more about that as well from you. So thank you, and want to wish everyone a happy International Women's Day as well. My name is Erica Dean, and I will be going over with you the agenda. And then, as Eric mentioned, I will dive a bit into the impact report for this annual meeting, and Julia will join me in sharing that information with you as a team. So as you can see the agenda on your screen, we've done our welcome. Next, we are going to go through the impact report and the information regarding Women United, both worldwide as well as locally, some of the work that we've done. Then we're going to get into what we're all interested in as well, as far as our Women United election results for this local Women United. We'll talk a little bit about the governance document, where we landed and how we'll continue to govern with this Women United and our structure. So we'll do those two things together. Then we're going to transition right into our Lead Hers Award recipient. This is our second year for our Lead Hers Award. So excited to bring that to you as well. And then we'll do some reminders of some upcoming events, and then we'll close out from there. So if we can go ahead to the next screen, I'm going to jump right into our impact report information. As you can see on this screen, and we think about the impact we've had with Women United from a global effort standpoint, it's been over 70,000 women that have been dedicated to creating this worldwide opportunity. Women United is engaged now in over 165 communities across 6 countries. So think about that impact and the growth that it's had on a global front. In total, Women United has helped to raise $2 billion since 2002 on a global level, supporting in the areas of focus, which I think most of us are familiar with: education, financial stability, and health. If we think about it in particular to our local Women United, that has been so strong and impactful since 2012, so hitting that decade. In the greater Hartford area, our focus has been around that financial stability. And you'll see over on the right-hand side of this slide that to date, we have helped raise $1.8 million since 2012. So just really want you to reflect as you take a look at this slide on the impact from a global standpoint Women United has had and will continue to have, but then in particular, what this Women United has done on a local level for the greater Hartford community. So let's continue to make sure that we're engaged in raising our voices toward that effort. As we go to the next slide here, you'll see that our local Women United continues to focus on the 4 areas that matter most to our members in the community. So you can see it's the women's empowerment, which we've always supported, financial capability, asset building opportunities, and sustaining employment. So when we think about these 4 areas, there are 2 main objectives for our local Women United: that adults obtain and retain jobs that offer families sustaining wages and career advancement for all, and that individuals and families increase their financial capability to achieve short and long-term goals. So really thinking of those 2 objectives and keeping that in mind, let's dive a little deeper into the impact that we made last year. Julia, I'm going to ask you to join me as we cover this next section.
Thank you, Erica. So last year, more than 12,000 individuals participated in financial stability programming, including employment and job training opportunities, access to benefits, financial coaching and education, and free tax preparation services. That's about 12,000 people who benefited from our programs that we fundraised directly, connecting our objectives to increase financial capabilities to achieve short and long-term goals. Last year, nearly 1,100 people enrolled in job training programs, improving their education and employment potential. 67% obtained industry-specific credentials or certificates, and 76 increased their wages. These training programs directly correlate with our objectives for participation to obtain and retain work that offers family-sustaining wages. Next slide. So last year, 1,100 people participated in financial coaching services to build income wealth, reduce debt, and improve credit. 90% identified short and long-term financial goals. 45% made regular contributions to savings, and 40% reduced their household debt. More than 8,700 people filed their 2020 tax returns at no cost through the volunteer income tax assistance sites and My Free Taxes, resulting in $24.5 million in federal refunds and credits, including $4.4 million in earned income tax credits and $1.9 million in child tax credits. So does anyone have any questions about the impact report? I'm going to take that as a no. Feel free to add any questions or comments to the post-event survey.
Yeah, and Julia, no questions, but just want to comment and thank those that are on this call that are really involved, all of us involved in helping support and continue the efforts going forward for our local Women United. I see in the chat terrific progress and people are thankful for the information. So just want to make sure that we thank those that are on the call that continue to support these efforts.
Thank you, Erica. So we'll get on to the election. So Erica Dean is confirmed as the chair of Women United when I depart in July. And Julie DeLuca Collins and Neelam are confirmed the engagement committee co-chairs. Our vice chair nominees were Jen Shanley of Robinson Nicole and Judy Casperson of Key Bank. And Women United, you voted and determined the new chair will be Jen Shanley. So thank you, Jen. We are really excited to have you. You've already started doing amazing work, so I'm sure you are going to do an amazing job as our new vice chair, working with Erica. You guys will be a dynamic duo, I'm confident.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of your confidence in me, and I will do the absolute best I can to lead the team forward.
Congratulations, Jen. I look forward to working with you.
All right. So now to the governance document. So first of all, I hope Marianne Downey is on the call today because I want to give her a huge shout out for helping get this document done. We've been working on it since I started with United Way back in like 2015. So there were many hands that helped, but I definitely want to give her a special shout out because she literally was helping until last night. So thank you very, very much. The big changes here were that we're going to have a signature events committee, which is going to provide continuity through our signature events and fundraising. We're going to implement a nominating committee, which will take the lead on vetting nominees for those signature events and hosting elections for leadership roles. We are also going to implement what's called a code of conduct, where leadership members will affirm their commitment to non-discrimination, advancing equity and inclusion through a process that will be determined by United Way leadership. United Way leadership volunteers. And I will turn it back over to Erica.
Okay, great, thank you. So want to take a moment to make sure if you think about the governance document that's really supporting our structure, and just make sure now we kind of come together so people can understand the structure as we move forward. So what this slide is indicating for you is our operating model for Women United. You can see that we're comprised of several layers. So you start at the top and we have what we refer to as the executive committee. So you have the chair seat of the executive committee, the vice chair seat, as we just see now, we just announced Jen Shanley will be taking that vice chair seat. And then to round out the executive committee, you also have the engagement committee leads. So the co-chairs, which Julie DeLuca Collins and Neelam Arora are supporting in that capacity. And then during the times that we have both Red, White, and Chocolate, and we have Power of the Purse, those individuals that serve as chairs in that capacity are also part of the executive committee. Then when you drop down, what you see is we have the Leadership Council. So that's our governing body, which many of you on this call serve on the Leadership Council. Underneath the Leadership Council, then we have the committees that stand and support that council and support the executive committee. So we have the Engagement Committee, as I mentioned before, being led by Julie DeLuca Collins and Neelam, and then the members of that Engagement Committee that sit there. We typically are running between 10 to 15 people that sit on that Engagement Committee. Then in addition to that, and that Engagement Committee is working to make sure that we have 3 areas. So social media falls under the Engagement Committee, new member subcommittee, and then the nominating committee. So if you have the opportunity to kind of read through the governance structure, that nominating committee, we're looking as we move forward to make sure that we can support that. So I kind of started on the right-hand side of this. That is vacant. So if there's any interest in being part of the government committee, or the nominating committee, please let us know. Reach out to Lauren, reach out to Julia, reach out to myself, and let us know that you would be interested in that. And we're really looking to make sure that that moves forward as we end this fiscal year and roll into the next fiscal year. So all of that will sit under the support of the Engagement Committee. Then, of course, as you're familiar with, we have our Signature Events Committee. So our Signature Events Committee that we're looking to stand up, there's vacancy for co-chairs there. Again, we're building for the future. So if you haven't had the opportunity, please make sure you do review the governance work and what we're looking to build going forward, because this will also be a key committee that will continue to support the efforts of what we're doing with Red, White, and Chocolate and with Power of the Purse. So currently Red, White, and Chocolate want to take the opportunity to thank Julie Phelan being our chair for this year's upcoming Red, White, and Chocolate and leading that effort. And then we have our POP co-chairs, Jen Shanley and Judy Casperson. So in this year, again, leading that work. But as we move forward, we'll have a Signature Events Committee that will continue to help sustain that effort. And then we have our Women United members. So that's the last part of what makes this great organization and those that are engaged and advocate for us. So just wanted to take a moment to kind of lay out through this visual how we're structured and how we'll continue to operate going forward. So I'm excited as we continue to end this fiscal year, go into next fiscal year, that we're continuing to build structure that I think is really sustainable and will really help us be successful as an organization moving forward. So again, where you see that we have vacancies moving forward, please reach out to Lauren, Julia, or myself as we round out the fiscal year for supporting on either the signature events committee or where we have a vacancy on the nominating committee. So let me pause. Are there any questions regarding our structure and how we are going to lead moving forward? Okay, great. Appreciate that. So with that, very excited to turn this over to Tisa Rabin-Marshall. And Tisa, as many of you will recall, was the recipient of our inaugural Lead Hers Award for Women United last year. And Tisa will be introducing and announcing our 2021-2022 award recipient. So Tisa.
Thanks, Erica. Good morning, everyone. So it's my honor to present this year's Lead Her Award to a very passionate Women United member. This member has served in many leadership roles with Women United and United Way. She always shows up to volunteer and consistently demonstrates what it means to be a leader who leads by example. She wholeheartedly supports the Women United mission to support women in the community on their journey to financial stability, and she shows up with that passion every day. This member has served on the Leadership Council of Women United, supported the efforts of POP and Red, White, and Chocolate for years, participated as a United Way reader since 2015. She's mentored students at Grace Academy and has participated in United Way's impact team, as well as countless other volunteer efforts at United Way within the Hartford community. She is fierce, she is unique, she is smart, she's bold, she's funny, she's my friend. She is a boss at work, at home, and in our community. And if you've ever seen her in a picture in a hard hat at work, you know just what I'm talking about. Since it's Women's History Month, I thought it fitting to remind you of some of the history she's helped us make as our local Women United. She was our first woman of color, spoiler alert, and first Black woman to serve in the role of vice chair, working with Jackie Garofano. And now she serves as our first Black woman in the role of chair for Women United. She has led us confidently and authentically, and I believe she's helped challenge the status quo in the ways we organize and the ways we serve our community and our program participants. We are stronger as a Women United body because of her leadership. I am pleased to announce that this year's Lead Her Award goes to Julia Johnson Brenson. Yay! Congratulations, Julia.
Thank
I
you,
am
Tisa.
very excited to present this to you and also turn it over to you for a few remarks.
Thank you very much. Those were some moving words. Thank you. So I've made it no secret that the primary reason why I joined Women United was for volunteering. That's what I'm good at. That's what I really, really love to do. And it's what I'm passionate about. What I love about Women United is that it allows members to either give monetarily or through sweat equity or through trailblazing. And what made my heart sing was volunteering. I love being in the community and reading to children, or I even tried gardening one time, which I'm terrible at, but I tried it just because I was asked to. The one volunteer thing I've never done was taxes, because I'm scared of filing my taxes, but I've enjoyed it all. It's been great. I will continue doing this even when I'm no longer chair. It's just what I do. I think representation in the community is important, and that's honestly what has driven me to do it even when I'm tired, even when I'm busy at work. It's just something I honestly love. So thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Awesome. Congratulations, Julia. So proud of you, and just, want to thank you for all your leadership, how you've given your heart and your volunteerism to this group. So well deserved. And see the love in the chat. You got all this love in the chat, so you should enjoy that. So upcoming events, what's next? And many of you I know are plugged into what we're doing. So really want to just go through these next few events for you. The onset of our meeting, we had Eric Harrison, our new president and CEO of the local Greater Hartford United Way, introduce and welcome us. He will be having an exclusive opportunity for Women United and ELS members next week on the 16th at 12 o'clock for an online intimate discussion and conversation. So Eric, again, thank you for staying on with us during this call. We really look forward to learning more about you next week in this opportunity. So appreciate that and look forward to that opportunity next week.
Thanks so much, Erica. Appreciate it.
Great. Next, we know Red, White, and Chocolate is right around the corner. Excited for this upcoming 2022 Red, White, and Chocolate. It will be live at the Del Mar in West Hartford. So excited to be able to see faces in person. That will be on April 19th. So please make sure, if you're able to, you join us and participate. Again, give the opportunity to thank Julie Phelan for her leadership and being our chair for Red, White, and Chocolate this year. And those of you that are serving on the committee to support this event, really look forward to a fun and successful event coming up, as we then kind of use that as the kickoff to what we know is coming in June, Power of the Purse. So if we go to our next event, these are the next 3 things I want you to get involved in if you can. So let's go to Power of the Purse. When we have Power of the Purse, that will be as well in Connecticut Convention Center on June 16th. Our 2 co-chairs, as you can see, are there as well. Judy Casperson and Jen Shanley serving to lead this along with the committee. And you can see the wonderful speaker that we have coming up this year. Can't wait to hear this speaker for race and gender justice activism. So the pre-event networking and the silent auction will take place, as it always has, prior to the event. So please secure your tickets. Make sure you're securing your tickets for Red, White, and Chocolate. You can purchase those online still, and it's never too early to help secure your tickets for Power of the Purse. So we really want to have you join us in both of these upcoming events, starting, I say all 3, starting with next week with Eric, and then Red, White, and Chocolate, Power of the Purse. So if you have any questions or need any help in where you need to go to get that information, reach out to any of us. Of course, reach out to Lauren, reach out to Julia, reach out to myself, and we'll make sure that we can steer you in the right direction. With that, I believe that's all the upcoming events and announcements that I have. And Julia, I think I'm turning it over to you for closing us this morning.
Thank you. So before we close, I'm going to ask you to turn on your camera so Kate can take a group photo.
I know I'm putting you on the spot first thing in the morning, but everybody looks bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. All right, everybody, on the count of 3, give me your best 8 a.m. on a Tuesday morning smile. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Kate. So thank you for attending. Please complete your post-event survey and reach out with any questions. We're going to give you back almost a half hour. So I hope you all enjoy your day. Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Have a great
Enjoy
day.
Women's International
you.
Day.